Hello, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, thank you for liking and subscribing, by the way. And don't forget to click on that notification bell because you'll receive my readings when I do put them out. Okay. I just want to remind you that I only deal with energy and energy alone. You can actually flip my reading. You know, if it doesn't resonate with you, it could resonate with someone that you're dealing with. You know, take what resonates, you know, and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, I don't expect all my readings to resonate with everyone. Maybe the next one will. All right, so let's get on to this reading, okay? If you chose number 1, you got the Cloak of Christ. Okay? When I look at this card, this picture actually, it just, I don't know, if you look really close, you know, that's supposed to be Christ right there. And then there's this circle that's around Christ, and which tells me that it's really important for you to connect to source energy, the source energy that's within you, the center of who you really are, right? And that's what I'm getting from this for number 1. You know, yeah, connect to the center connect to your higher self, connect to the center of who you are. And maybe that is what you're doing at this time. Okay? If not, that's something that you should be doing, number 1. Okay? Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers for you, number 1, so we can get down to the message that Spirit is trying to convey to you at this time. All right, let's get started. There seems to be an emotional balance, number 1, here with the King of Cups, right? I told you, maybe this is what you're doing. Maybe you're connecting to the core of your being at this time, number 1. Right? And you've created this emotional balance. You're in the King of Cups energy, which is a good energy to be in. Right? And I don't know, because you're in this new energy, you've become like a magnet to everyone that's around you. And I don't know, Spirit's kind of showing me that there's a new love that's going to be stepping into your life, number 1. There's a new love. This could possibly be someone from your past that's kind of changed and turned a new leaf in their life, or this could just be someone new that's going to be stepping forward, okay? This is where I'm being guided, but we'll look more into it, number 1. Yeah, there's a new beginning here for you, number 1. There's a new cycle. There's an ending to a new beginning here, right? Things are looking up for you, okay? There's a big shift here. Things are going to start looking good for you, number 1. And it's because you're connecting to the core of your being, which is creating this emotional balance, this neutralized energy that's hanging around you, which caused this shift to happen in your life, number 1. Yeah. You're moving on. You're moving forward with the 6 of Swords. You're moving towards, you're leaving the past behind you is what Spirit is showing me. You know, this is the calm after the storm. When I see the Six of Swords, it's like it's the calm after the storm. Like, whatever it is that you were once going through, that shit's behind you now. And you're moving forward, right? You're walking away from whatever was causing you pain at one time. Whatever was like making you feel so uncomfortable, that was like a heavy burden on you. Like, you're fucking walking away from it. It's like, done. No more. Oh, wow, that was quick. Yeah, you're following your heart's true desires. Well, not even desires, but you're following your passions at this time. You're allowing your intuition to guide you. Look at this woman. She's got her cup in her hand with the Knight of Cups, and she's walking forward along her path. There's a path she's walking down, and that's what's happening with you, number one. You're following your path. You've had a tower moment. You've literally had a tower moment, and you're like, something like went off in your mind, like ding, 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 like, I get it. I finally get it. I finally get what it is I'm supposed to be doing right now when it comes to my life. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of cards. I don't know. I'm feeling like I shouldn't take them. All right. Yeah. My gosh, I got the Six of Wands. There's achievements here. You're achieving what you're setting out to do for yourself. Like, you've literally been through a lot, and you've accomplished a lot in your life. A lot. And now you are like at a place where all the achievements that you have done for yourself are coming to a fore. Like, you're achieving things right now in your life is what I'm seeing. Like, everything that you've done in your life is being achieved now. Because why? With the World card, there's a new beginning here. There's been a shift in your energy, right? Because with the King of Cups, you've got this emotional balance. You're most definitely in the King of Cups energy. And, you know, like I said, I don't do gender. So, you know, take what resonates. Like, just because you're a woman energy, a feminine energy, doesn't mean that you cannot be in the King of Cups energy. We're just energy at the end of the day. So, yeah, that is the energy that you're in. What... Okay, so I'm having to clear my throat chakra, which tells me that you're standing in your truth right now. That's why there's this shift. You're literally standing in your truth. You know what you want and you know what you deserve. And you're no longer at this place of being unhappy anymore. Like, you're just not fucking there. Those days are over, right? For the month of May, it's like you're most definitely going to be pushing forward and leaving the past behind you of what was holding you down, number one. Okay, so let's go to number two here, okay? Let's go to number two. Keep going, number one, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Keep connecting to the center, the core of your being. Connect with your consciousness, right? Because that's what's helping you push through all of this. Okay, so if you got number two, you got the Celestial Rose of Ma, which again has to do with connecting to source energy. Look at this. This is like, when I look at this card, I see these little, the center here. Another thing to do with the center, the core being of who you are. Connecting to the center of who you are. Connecting to your pure conscience. Maybe that's what this whole month is about of May. But let's look more into this number 2. Okay, 2 cards fell out and I'm going to accept it. Okay, so yeah, look. Tower moment. Number 2. You had a tower moment with connecting to the core of your being. Wow. Tower moment, yeah. Something, like I said, with number 1, it's like something went off in your head and you had a tower moment. What's this tower moment about? Strength, courage. I got the strength card here. Connecting to your courage, connecting to your strength. You're putting that first. That's what this tower moment is about when it comes to connecting to your spirit. You're putting yourself first before anything else. And yourself is you, right? Your pure consciousness. So it's amazing. You know, you're no longer busy in your mind. Like, you're no longer in your mind, like, constantly thinking about things. You know, you're not feeding the ego anymore, the mind. You're actually allowing yourself to connect from within. Yeah, whatever conflict, I want to say in the past, these last few months that went by, there seemed to have been a lot of conflict in the headspace. Like, your mind was in overload, you know, and it was very uncomfortable for you, number 2. But there's been a shift in the energy as far as May. As we are walking into May, number 2, there has most definitely been a shift in the energy. You're no longer in this energy anymore of overthinking, overdoing it when it comes to love. When it comes to your love life, I want to say you and number 1 at one time were really in your headspace when it came to love. But it's no longer, you're no longer in that energy. Like, you're moving forward from that. And I want to say for you as well, be expecting a new love stepping into your life, because you've changed the energy that you were in. Like, you're no longer in that energy of wanting and yearning. Like, there's been a shift. So because of that, you know, you attract more into your life, right? And I'm actually being shown for you that someone new is going to come in, just like I seen for number 1. I see it. Like, someone new is going to be stepping forward. And again, like I said with number 1, it could be someone from your past too, but I feel like don't get stuck in that. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the reason why you were stuck in the first place, was because you were so focused on the past and not willing to let it go. So focus on the now and keep pushing forward, and whatever's meant to be in your life will be in your life, as long as you continue to stay in this energy, number 2 and number 1. Okay, this applies for both of you. Yeah, you're with the 5 of Wands being reversed, with, I told you, with all the conflict that was going on in your headspace, your energy was most definitely not neutralized at all. Like, it was totally off balance. And that's why, if you felt like there was this pause in your life, like nothing was moving, like the energy was just really stagnant, it's because your energy wasn't neutralized. You were truly off balance because you were staying stuck in the same energy and nothing was moving. And it was driving you crazy because you weren't seeing progress. But I want to say that you've truly walked away from that energy, just like number 1 did. Number 1 walked away from that energy. You walked away from that energy. You're no longer in that headspace anymore. Yeah, you walked away from fear. Most definitely. You walked there's not a block anymore. Like I don't know, you're looking more deeper into the situation now. You're connecting more to the core of your being. And by you doing that, the more opens up for you. The universe is able to accommodate you the way it wants to. You're not creating a block anymore. Like, you're looking more deeper into the situation and you're looking at it for what it really is. And not what you're having to see in the mind, right? There's been a shift, right? There's no more, it's like you're stepping outside your comfort zone. Number 2, you're stepping outside your comfort zone. You're no longer wanting to stay in that energy anymore. Okay, so that's what I got for you, number 2. Let's go on to number 3. Wow, honestly, so far so good with both numbers. Let's see what number 3, has to say. All right, so as far as number 3 goes, you got the lion and the deer. Another good card, okay? It's basically telling you that it's okay for you to embrace the human body and the light, which is your pure conscience, right? Your spirit. It's okay to embrace both sides, okay? Without having to be distracted by the human body. It's okay to experience the human body without having to let it take over of who we really are, and that is spirit. Allow it to coexist with you. Enjoy your human body. Enjoy the ego without being distracted by it. And that's what I'm seeing with you, number 3. Let's kind of look more into this, okay? And find out where we're going with number 3. Yeah, number 3, I'm seeing that, you're being pretty hard on yourself when it comes to the ego. It's like you're allowing your ego to take over the spirit and connect with both without being distracted by it. You know what I mean? Know the difference between the two, right? The ego sometimes will show you fear of things, things that you fear. And we actually believe that that is who we are, right? But we're not our mind and we're not our ego. We're just not. We are spirit. We are a soul. And once you start to realize it, it will start to make sense to you that the ego lives in fear. So that's why you're having to see all the things that you fear. Maybe death. It could be death that you fear. It could be love that you're fearing, like never having it, or being afraid to die. So the mind will show you things of death. It will show you things of wanting love. You'll see couples walking around you. If you're outside, you'll see 2 couples together. Or maybe if you're really into social media, maybe when you're on social media, you'll see couples people in relationships and shit like that. Yeah. But just know that that's not real. It's an illusion, and it's just the mind trying to keep you trapped in the same energy. and you want to move out of that energy, your soul will not show you that. Your soul doesn't live in fear. Like, even like your mind will have you fearing money. Like, you'll be out somewhere and there's something that you really, really want, but you're so afraid to buy it because you think you're going to be broke if you buy it. But what you fail to understand is when you get out of that fear-based energy and do what makes you happy, the universe does accommodate you. But the ego will like make you feel like the universe isn't going to accommodate you and that you're going to be poor and that you're going to be broke. Because why? The ego lives in fear. So what happens is you don't end up buying that one thing that you really want the most. Why? Because you're entertaining the ego. But if you just go ahead and buy that and just watch what happens, you will most definitely be accommodated. I'm going to tell you, I had went grocery shopping and I saw that my money was kind of going, you know, I was like, oh, I need to be a little scarce. But then I was like, no, like this is stuff that I need. So why am I allowing my ego to take over right now? So I went and I bought what I wanted out of that store. And do you know, something really amazing happened. I received money out of nowhere from someone. And it was like, did that just fucking happen? You know what I mean? Did that just fucking happen? Yes, it fucking did, because I released the fear that I had of money, and the universe saw that and accommodated me with more money. That's just how it works. When you get out of that fear energy with anything, when it comes to love, when it comes to wanting something like a career, anything, if you get out of that fear-based energy and just allow things just to be what it is, the universe will accommodate you. But you first have to get out of that energy. I want to say that what I'm seeing with you, number 3, is that, I don't know, it's like you're looking for some type of communication from someone. You're wanting communication from someone, and it could be anything. It could be anyone, but you're waiting for someone to communicate with you. Okay? And you're really being hard on yourself about it. Right? And you're letting the ego, the mind, kind of take over instead of just allowing the ego to do what it pleases without being distracted by it. Just let it do what it wants. And know that you're not the ego, that you are a soul. And that is what you should be connected to at this time. Just to embrace the both without being distracted. Okay? When it comes to wanting this message, it's like you're looking for a communication from someone. And that's what I'm seeing. Spirit's showing me that. Like you're waiting for a message from someone. Yeah, look, you want justice with something. You want justice with a situation. And you're like literally staying in that energy. And I'm telling you, this has to do with love. I'm seeing it so clearly. Actually, this whole reading. I wasn't trying to go this route because this is just only a general reading, but this is where we're going. I don't know. But you're waiting for a message from someone, and you want justice with the situation. Number 3. You want justice. Yeah, Spirit wants you to connect to your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom, and not go by what you're used to going by as far as what society has shown you that you need to go by. It's like you need to break the pattern of that. You need to break free from that, of what society says is right and wrong when it comes to this situation. It's like you're going off of what you're seeing outside of you. And it's creating this pause in your life. It's like you're way too obsessed of the physical things when it comes to the Chariot card being reversed. You're way too obsessed. Stand in your truth is what I'm being guided to, because I'm clearing my throat chakra. It's really being activated right now. I can barely speak. And it's like Spirit wants you to connect to the core of your being and get out of this energy. I just burped too, by the way. But it's just confirmation that you're not standing in your truth. You're not connecting to the core of your being. You're connecting more to the physical things that are outside of you. You're connecting to the ego and the mind, and you're allowing it to take control. And that's where you're going wrong. You have the control over your life. Connect to the core of your being and allow the ego to still exist, but don't sit and watch it and entertain it like that, because it's causing this energy to be around you. It's like you're resisting change at this time. It's like you're so used to being stuck in the same way of doing things, and you're not allowing yourself to embrace change, to step into the new phase of your life. Yeah, I got the Wheel of Fortune. You need to step into this new cycle, this new change that your spirit is trying to bring you into, but it's like you're entertaining the things that are outside of you too much. You're too focused on the physical things outside of you. And I want to say it has to do with communications, because I got the Eight of Wands again. It has to do with communication. It has to do with love. I know that. You're way too focused on it, number 3. Get out of that energy. Get out of that energy, okay? So what I'm getting with the overall review for all 3 cards is that I got the victory of Mariam. These names, boy. But when I look at this card, it's like, especially with victory in it, it's like when I look at it, what Spirit is showing me is that why obsessed over something when it's not a part of your now moment? Why obsess over it? It's not a part of your now moment. If it's not, okay, so let me use this pandemic, all right, for an example. I've seen so many people obsess over this virus, even though they don't have it. They obsess over it. It's their life. They make it their situation. But if you don't have it, why are you obsessing about it? If it's not a part of your now moment and you don't actually have the virus, why are you obsessing over it? The same goes for this situation here, you know, especially for number 3. Like, if it's not a part of your now moment, don't obsess over it. Deal with what's in front of you right now. That is what you should be focused on, not something that's not even here. When I see this card, I see living in the present moment, allowing yourself to just live in your moment, so that anything that you've ever wanted or needed will come to you. But what happens is that when you're not doing that, you create a block, and you're not going to receive what it is that you're passionate about. Because why? You're focusing on unnecessary shit that's not even a part of your now moment. Get out of that energy, number 3. Number 1 and 2, you guys are literally pushing forward, and I'm so proud of you. Like you're moving on to the next phase of your life. Something went off in your head. It's some alarm. When I see a clock and the alarm went off and it's like ding, 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 you finally get it. You finally get that if you stay in this stagnant energy that you're in and you're focused on things that you shouldn't be focused on, nothing is going to fucking move. Nothing is going to fucking move. Number 3, you got this. You really do. You just have to believe it. And stop waiting for this message to come. All right? With the 8 of Wands. Fucking stop waiting for it. If it's not a part of your now moment, then what are you fucking waiting for? Switch your energy. Switch it. Connect to your conscience. Connect to what's in your now moment. Allow spirit to guide you without having to do it yourself. Without having the ego to guide you. Let's put it that way, because the ego will fucking guide you. You could be just sitting watching TV and all of a sudden you'll start to see your thoughts and what it's showing you of like, oh, you better get up. You better start cleaning the house. Or you better you better go to the grocery store because you don't have, you're missing something. Maybe you didn't get hot chocolate or something. I don't know. The ego will have you like thinking you have to do fucking something. But your conscience won't do that. If you just sit and allow spirit to guide you, and you'll know, like today, I wasn't thinking of doing a reading. My thoughts, I wasn't connected to my thoughts at all. I just got up and I walked in my kitchen and I felt myself look over towards my table here where I have all my cards at. And I just walked over to them and started looking through them. Not even having one thought of it, like not entertaining my thoughts at all. I just felt guided. I felt my soul pulling me towards this reading. Yes, I was connecting to my pure conscience at that time. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I need to give a message. And it's a very good message for you. Okay? So, look, I did pull some cards in advance for you when it comes to what energy that you're in as far as your sun sign goes. Like, you could be any sign right now, but that may not be what you're in as far as energy goes. And what I got as far as the signs go, you are actually in the Taurus energy, which is kind of funny because it is May and it is the sign of the Taurus, but this is the energy that you're in right now, which is more of like the energy that's around you is showing abundance right now of nature. Like you're literally being productive as far as like spirit, when it comes to spirit guiding you. Like you're staying focused on this and not so much this. Or number 3, if not, you will be. Okay? There will be a turnaround here for you. But you just need to relax and slow down. Because that's what a Taurus does. A Taurus they like to, move slow anyways. They don't like to rush into things. They're just not into that. Like they're all about patience, But sometimes if the mind is overload on them, yeah, they're feeling like the mind is pushing them, then they'll start feeling like, oh God, I need to do this, I need to do that, whatever. But in general, this is, Taurus likes to work slow. And that's the energy of now. So yeah, as far as the house goes, you are in the 4th house, okay, which has to do with your home and the roots of your being, pure conscience. Like I was just saying, connecting to your being, connecting to spirit, okay. And then we got, as far as the planet, we got Mars. All right. Your physical energy drives strength and fighting spirit. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing with this card. If you look close, I love this guy. He's got this spear and he's like, ugh. You know what I mean? which tells me that, you know, from what I'm seeing, especially with number 1 and 2, like you got this drive, this strength all of a sudden that came out of fucking nowhere, and you got this fighting spirit. Number 3, I do believe you're gonna get there, especially if you're watching this reading, number 3. Of course you are. Or, you know, you're gonna get this fighting spirit. You're gonna have this shift. Why? Because you're no longer gonna be waiting for this message. Whatever message you're waiting for. And it doesn't have to be love. It could be a message from, maybe you're waiting for a message when it comes to your career. Fuck, who knows? But stop waiting. That's the problem. Don't wait for shit. Just live in your moment. Live in your moment and allow the universe to accommodate you when it's ready to accommodate you. I'm going to tell you, the more you live in your moment, the universe will accommodate you. That's just how it works. All right, you guys, so that's what I got for this reading. I hope it helped. I really do. Keep going, you know? And if you'd like to know more and you want to get really down and detailed with this reading, just click on the link in the description to my website and I'll book you a reading with me, okay? Thank you so much for those of you that have actually took the time out to donate towards all my, you know, my readings when I do put them out. It really does help, and I'm very appreciative of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's all I got here, guys. All right? I'm going to go. Until next time, guys.